Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone.
Welcome to our presentation session titled Improving Internal Communication Can Improve Their Internal Communication to Enhance Teamwork, Efficiency, and Productivity.
I am Ainin Shafiyyah binti Junaidi and this is my co-moderator Muhammad Sharul bin Hachi. We'll be guiding you through this session and introducing each of our panelists.
Yes, we have 8 insightful panelists with us today, and each of them will be presenting specific parts based on their assigned slides. Let's begin the session.
To start us off, Sharul will give us an introduction to the topic, outlining why internal communication is essential, especially in SMEs. Sharul, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much to our moderator for that lovely introduction. All right, everyone. Before we really dive into today's topic, let's just pause and be honest with ourselves for a minute. Internal communication isn't exactly the most glamorous topic in the world, right? Most of us don't wake up excited to talk about emails, memos, or team meetings. But here is the thing, we all know deep down how much it actually matters, especially when things go wrong. I know we are all busy. In SMEs, everyone's wearing multiple hats, running around, trying to get things done. And sometimes communication ends up being quick updates on WhatsApp, rush instruction during lunch, or random late night emails. And yes, it sort of works until it doesn't. When internal communication breaks down, it is not just about missing information. It can lead to duplicated work, wasted effort, frustration, or even people feeling left out or undervalued. And in a small team, that impact is huge because every single person really does matter. And on the flip side, when communication flows well, it doesn't just make work easier, it makes the team feel stronger. People know what is going on, why it matters, and how their role fits into the bigger picture. And that clarity helps everyone feel more motivated, more included, and more confident to speak up or share ideas. And let's be honest, in SMEs, we usually don't have a huge HR department or fancy internal systems like big corporations do. So it becomes even more important to find simple, practical ways to communicate better, little habits, clearer channels, and making sure everyone actually feels heard, not just informed. So today, we are not here to complicated communication software. Instead, we are going to explore real strategies and ideas that might actually work in our day-to-day reality. With all the chaos, last-minute changes, and limited resources that come with running or working in an SME. As we go through this session, I'd love for all of us to keep thinking honestly about our own workplaces. How do we really share updates? Do people genuinely feel comfortable asking questions? And are we actually listening to each other or just ticking off boxes? Hopefully, by the end, we will all walk away with not just theories, but some ideas, small things we can try tomorrow, and bigger shifts we can plan for the future so that communication becomes something that support us, not something that hold us back. And in this session, we are going to look at a real life case study of two SMEs with the company a manufacturer, and the company B, which focuses on vehicle repair equipment. Both of them set out to improve their internal communication, but instead of just top-down changes, they use service design and participative methods. As part of the PEG survival and project in Finland, they involve employees and managers from all levels to openly identify communication problems, share their everyday frustration, and brainstorm practical solutions together. The goal wasn't just to have more meetings or longer reports. It was truly to improve collaboration, reduce delays, and create a smoother, more effective flow of information between departments. And what is interesting here is how they made communication improvement everyone by everyone's responsibility and not just management's, and how that approach lead to real measurable changes in daily work. All right, let's get started.
Thank you, Sharul. Moving on, let's take a look at Company A case example of how communication challenge can occur within SMEs. Now, if I now invite Auni Christina to share more about Company A and its communication structure.
Okay. Thank you for our moderator for today. For this part, I will talk about the relationship or hierarchy between a department in company A. This company face internal communication issues between production, marketing, and delivery department. First thing, I want to talk about management department that become a role model in guiding the direction of business by making a decision of company. This department directly um, connect with machine department and indirectly connected with production department for ensuring the strategy. The next is for machining department. This department is responsibility for handling the process of material of the machine. This department also connected closely with the production department to ensure smooth and efficient that the process involving any machines. For development department in company A is focused on innovation and improvement of product and internal process. This department include conducting research and improving manufacturing methods. This department also collaboration with planning department also to make sure all improvement are effective in production. Uh, the implementer of a structured business model development process to improve skill communication. The communication become more effective by using email, WhatsApp, and an internal implementation system that able to real-time update. That's all for me.
Thanks, Auni. Now let's hear about Company B, which come from a different industry but also face internal communication issues. Please welcome Kevin H to explain the communication flow and challenge in Company B. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ainin Shafiyyah, for giving me the opportunity to join your webinar. So, for Company B, let me let me introduce. So, first will be clients, second will be sales marketing, third will be manager, and fourth will be production team. So, usually for the understanding of this hierarchy chart, so clients will give the orders to the sales marketing so that the sales marketing can get the information and pass it to the manager. So, manager will manage what the client wants and what the sales marketing give the information so that the production team can do their job. So basically the production team, usually the workers that work for the manager. The manager give instruction to the production teams. So basically from the flow chart display, the way of communication occurs company B. It starts with the client and goes through the sales marketing manager and ends with the production team. So it starts when client gives feedback request or change that need to be communicated to the department in-house. So what are the disadvantages? So for disadvantages from this company is breakdown in internal communication. So one of the main problems in company B is poor communication between departments, especially between sales marketing team, managers, and production team. So the second point is lack of centralized system. So one of the main problem company B communication process is lack of centralized system. So it means there's no single platform where all departments such as sales, marketing, managers, and production can share, receive information in real time. So third is inconsistent communication. So another major problem for company B is inconsistent communication between departments. It means that not all the teams receive the same information at the same time. So the fourth point is staff frustration. So poor communication in company B also leads to staff frustration in low work efficiency. When communication is not clear, employees often end up repeating the same task because they didn't receive the right information first time. So last but not least, poor client experience. One of the most serious effects of poor internal communication in company B is bad experience for the client. When there are delays, mistakes or confusion within the company in the final result, often late, incorrect or what the client expected, these problems reflect badly on the company's image and reputation. So there are ups and downs for company B. So basically, there are roles of it for sales marketing department. The sales marketing department, company B, plays very important role to communicate process. So the second that I can give is the manager. The manager of company B plays the key role. So when the manager gives more, not to say pressure, but more on work, more dedication. So the down people like their staff can work even more harder when it comes to manager pressuring and also the manager strategy of their workflow. So the production team need to be more energetic or energized so that they can do their work correctly and fluently. So that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Next, we will move on to how both companies began implementing changes to their communication system.
About how both companies implemented centralized digital communication tools. Now, what does that actually mean? Basically, both Company A and Company B realized that communication across different departments was getting a bit messy. Some people were using WhatsApp, others were using email, and a few were using their own internet systems. Because of that, message were sometimes delayed, missed, or misunderstood, and that obviously caused problems in getting work done smoothly. So, as part of their improvement efforts, both companies decide to either adopt or in some case plan to adopt a centralized communication system. This means getting everyone on the same page and using the same tools. The tools they focus on include email for more formal and trackable message, WhatsApp, which is great for fast day-to-day updates, and even custom boot platforms designed specifically for internal use in their companies. By centralizing their communication tools, it became a lot easier to coordinate between departments, especially critical ones like marketing, planning, and management. This move helped reduce confusion, save time, and made sure that important information wasn't getting lost in different channels. It also helped everyone feel more connected because when you're using the same system as your teammates, it's easier to stay in sync and collaborate better. So overall, this implementation wasn't just about using new tools. It was about creating a more united and efficient work environment through better communication. And that's all from me.
Okay, next we'll move to the implementation of centralized digital communication tools. One of the effective ways to improve internal communication in small and medium-sized enterprises is through the implementation of centralized digital communication tools. The main objectives of this approach are to improve the overall flow of information within the organization. Next, to reduce delays and unnecessary waiting time when sharing updates or decisions. Plus, to minimize errors that often result from miscommunication or fragmented communication channels. By using a centralized platform such as Slack, Microsoft Teams, or other collaborative tools, companies can ensure the right information will reach the right people at the right time. Next, not only keeps everyone on the same page, but also enhances coordination across departments, boosts efficiency, and supports timely decision making. which is crucial for SMEs operating with limited sources. So, adopting a centralized communication system is practical and strategic move that can make internal processes more flexible and responsive. That's all from me.
Now we will explore how participative methods help improve communication by involving employees directly in identifying and solving communications problems. We invite Nur Alia Sabrina to explain more.
Hi, and my name is Sabrina. Now I will explain the participative approach used by Company A and Company B to improve internal communication. Firstly, active involvement was a key element. Employees and managers from all levels were directly involved in identifying communications problems. This helped ensure that everyone's perspective was considered, not just the management's. Secondly, the approach was focused on internal issues. The companies targeted specific challenges in internal communication and encourage brainstorming sessions to find practical solutions. This made the process more relevant and effective. Lastly, various feedback method use. Lastly, they use various feedback methods such as interviews, group discussions, and both formal and informal feedback. This method helped gather a wide range of insights, even from quite quieter employees who normally don't speak up. Overall, this participative method helped both companies uncover hidden problems and build stronger teamwork. That's all from me. Thank you.
Continuing from there, Ani Sofina will walk us through how employee involvement shape a more open and collaborative environment in the workplace. Please go ahead, Anis.
Okay, thank you to our moderator. Now let's take a look at the participative communication strategy. This approach focuses on involving all levels of employees in internal communication. The first key point is exclusive participation. This means every employee should be given a chance to contribute without full effects user meeting or surveys. It builds a sense of belonging. That is shared responsibility. Communication is not only job of achievement. Every member of the organization should take part in sharing information and maintaining a healthy communication culture. And lastly, this is two such as improve trust with the team and more effective idea across the company. So participative communication help create a more open, responsible, and productive workplace and conform.
We now turn to some of the key approaches used to improve communication structures in these SMEs. Let's welcome Sarifa Aini to share the main strategies used in this process.
Thank you to our moderator. Now, I would like to explain the key approaches that we use by both companies, Company A and Company B, to improve their internal communication system. These approaches were carefully designed to involve employees, apply structure framework, and ensure practical the first major approach was the use of participative technique. In this method, employees were just not a passive receiver of information. They were directly involved in the process of identifying problems and coming up with solutions. By doing this, both companies ensure that the communication challenges were addressed from the ground level where issues are actually experienced. This participative method helped create a sense of shared responsibility. Employees felt that their opinion mattered, and as a result, they were more engaged and motivated to contribute. It also helped to build a positive organizational culture where communication is more open and inclusive. The second approach focuses on the use of structured tools. These are tools or frameworks that provide a clear structure to guide the communication improvement process. Some of the key tools used include Into Innovation Platform, multi-criteria assessment, CIMO logic model. These structured tools make the overall much more organized, trackable, and goal-oriented. Instead of guessing or using unclear ideas, the companies use clear and organized method that could be tested, measured, and improved over time. Finally, one of the most impressive things about these companies is that they didn't just focus on internal improvement, they also paid attention to customer impact. For example, Company B made sure that their communication improvements align with the needs of their clients, such as garage and service shops. So these show that effective internal communication doesn't just benefit employees. It's also enhance external service delivery, making the company more efficient and responsive to its customers. Thank you.
Next, we're sure everyone wants to know what were the actual results. For that, let's hear from Siti Nur Natasha, who will present the practical outcomes achieved from all these efforts.
Thank you for our moderator today. Now I will explain the practical outcomes of the internal communication improvements made by both companies in this case study, which is Company A and Company B. Let's begin with Company A. They implemented a centralized communication system using tools like WhatsApp and emails. This connected departments like marketing and production more effectively. As a result, communication became faster, which helped prevent delays and reduce financial losses. This clearly shows how the right tool can improve workflow and productivity. For the next is for Company B, they are still in the early stage of improvement. However, there are positive signs. For example, staff are now more involved in communication discussion and internal communication has become more a regular topic in team meetings. They are also testing digital systems to improve transparency and collaboration, which is show their more commitment to long-term change. In summary, for this case, both companies are seeing real benefits. It is a faster communication, more staff involvement, and step toward a more connected and transparent work environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Once again, we will welcome back Nur alias Sabrina, who will now share the importance of standardizing digital tools across departments to ensure smooth and consistent communication. Please go ahead. So,
All right, let's proceed to the next slide.
thank you for informing.
All right, I already explained about improvement for um improvement, and then all right, one key improvement that can significantly enhance internal communication in a company is the standardization of digital tools. In the case of Company A, a major issue was that not all employees were using the same communication platforms. For example, while some departments used WhatsApp, others relied more heavily on internal email systems. This lack of consistency led to confusion, miscommunication, and also delays in information sharing, particularly when urgent messages needed to be passed between departments like marketing and productions. This kind of fragmented communication setup can cause serious problems. A clear example from the case studies is when a customer requested a color change for a product because the message didn't reach the machining department on time. It caused a delay in productions. And the company suffered a financial loss of like RM 20,000. This situation could have easily been avoided if all employees were connected through a single standardized platform. So, what is the solutions? So, we come to the solution. The company should implement one main communication system that all staff are required to use, whether it's a centralized email systems, a shared project board like Trello or Asana, or a workplace chat app like Microsoft Teams or Slack. The goal is to create one clear channels for communication across all departments. This improvement would help to speed up the flow of information and also reduce confusion and repeated message. Lastly, encourage inclusiveness because everyone will have equal access to update and decisions. Research also support this, like for example, a McKinsey report found that companies with strong internal communication practices are up to 25% more productive. When everyone is on the same page and using the same tools, tasks get done faster, problems are solved more quickly, and fewer mistakes are made. Most importantly, standardizing digital tools also helps build a more professional and organized work culture. It removed the guesswork about where to send information and who has received what, and it makes follow up easier. Over time, this creates a more collaborative and efficient workplace, which is crucial for any business, especially small and medium sized enterprise like Company A. So, by taking this step, Company A can avoid future losses, improvement teamwork, and also ensure that internal communication runs smoothly at every level. Okay, that's all from me. Thanks.
And finally, we have Parvina to close the panel's presentations with a discussion on providing long-term support to ensure that communication improvements are sustainable. Take it away, Parvina.
Thank you, moderator. I would like to suggest an improvement to help both companies have better internal communication. My suggestion is that the companies should provide regular communication training for all the employees. This is important because it helps improve communication skills such as how to speak clearly, listen actively, and respond professionally. Secondly, it teaches staff how to use communication tools like emails, WhatsApp, or internal system properly. This can reduce misunderstandings and delays in their work. Uh, Moreover, it encourages a culture of open communication and also teamwork. So, employees can feel confident to share their ideas or raise concern. Finally, it also helps to standardize communication practices across department so that everyone is on the same page. In conclusion, regular communication training is a simple but effective way to improve internal communication and also create a more productive workplace. That's all from me. Thank you.
I thank you to all our panelists for your well prepared or insightful presentations.
Today, we've learned how proper internet communication management, especially through structured tools and participative methods, can make a real difference in the performance and culture of SMEs. This wraps up the presentation section. Thank you once again for being with us today. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you,
Bye bye.
everyone. Bye bye.